החשיכה, אז ממילא עבר כבר יום, עבר היום. My name is Yoshua Mordechai Schmidt.
You are a rabbi?
Yes. The Torah said in the mitzvot that we must to be here and to build this place. I think that they should go Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Iran, Sudan, Qatar, a lot of country of Arabs. Why they stuck in Israel?
Some of them came from Egypt, returned to Egypt. Some of them are friends of Erdogan, will go. Some will go to Britain. Some will go to North America, South America, Indonesia, which is the biggest Islam. But not here. Here they proved to be impossible in the Middle East.
We are moving from the northern occupied West Bank to the southern Hebron Hills. Accompanying us is former Israeli soldier Nadav Weizman.
And I joined the IDF in 2005. I served in the Special Forces. Yeah, me and my team were snipers, and inside the snipers team, everybody was snipers, and I was the spotter. It means that my job was to find the target.
Do you feel any regrets from the time you were in the army?
Of course. I did things that, as a democratic citizen, I think you're not supposed to do. I cannot fix what I did, but I can try to fix what is happening now. So we're driving on route number 60. It's the main road of the West Bank, goes from north to south. And on our right-hand side, it's Hebron, the second largest Palestinian city in the West Bank. 230,000 Palestinians are living over there. Hebron, it's the only Palestinian city with a settlement inside of it. All of the different settlements are on hilltops, on valleys, on the outskirts of Palestinian cities. But in Hebron, you have a settlement of 650 settlers that are, most of them declare themselves, they are Kahanists. They believe in the ideological views of the Rabbi Meir Kahana. Basically, they believe in Jewish supremacy. And they are very, very violent settlers.
So I grew up in a settlement in the West Bank, in a religious, very right-wing family. When I joined the army and I was serving in Hebron, I didn't know anything else but the settler narrative and the narrative that I grew up on. Fences and walls and soldiers everywhere around the settlements. But these soldiers, they're not only defending the settlement. And it took me a lot of years later to realize that this is not normal. And it took me a lot of years to realize that Hebron is a Palestinian city. The street is closed for Palestinians. They're not allowed to walk on it. Even Palestinians who live in this street, they are locked in their houses, and they are not allowed to go through their front door and walk on this street. And that's for years now.
You must keep them with the heads down. And the situations of the house to the entering house is one of the situations where you really get them without any chance to react.
وين الأولاد؟ نايمين. هيهم الأولاد.
ماتوا في ولد فاق من النوم.
Suddenly you have 15 soldiers in your house with weapons and everything, and you just wake up and your children are screaming and crying. In Hebron is a microcosmos where you can understand how the occupation happens in the other parts of the West Bank.
If you had the chance, would you apologize to the people in Hebron?
I would say it's an interesting question, and I never thought about it, but I wouldn't bother to apologize
The Palestinians.
to the Palestinians.
After the metropolitan of Hebron, we'll go down south, even more to the south, to the southernest point of the West Bank, to an area that is called Masafer Yatta. There's a couple of settlements and a lot of unauthorized outposts here in the area, and a lot of settler violence along the years. So all of the Palestinians over here, if they want anything, to dig a new water system, to pave a road, to build a school, they need the authorization of the civil administration, the branch in the IDF that is in charge of all of the bureaucracy of the occupation. So Palestinians in sea territories, they just don't get building permits. And if they don't get building permits, they get demolition orders, right? Because everything they build over here is illegal. And then the IDF come and demolish. So the first thing, by the way, the civil administration demolishes over here in the South Hebron Hills area, water systems and toilets. Toilets, yes, toilets. Because if you demolish the water system to a community in the desert, you don't need to demolish all of the things, right? All of the houses, all of the tents and caves, because they don't have water. They cannot live over here. And we don't want to put Palestinians on trucks like the photos from 1948. We want them to live by themselves, exactly. Zanuta used to be a Palestinian cave dwellers village of between 200 and 300 people. And it's a village with a school. They suffered attacks from settlers all of the time, but also demolition of the civil administrations as well. About a month and a half ago, they left, after they lived over here more than 100 years. Look at this. I don't know how to read Arabic. But, look at that panda. I'm guessing it was, on the wall. I don't know what it even says. By the way, look how much the community from Zanuta are afraid. They didn't come and take the school books or the tables, nothing. They just left. And they're afraid to come back.
But we will not be able to visit or film Zanuta. Someone wants us out of here.
ומבקשים ובבקשה להתקפל.
הבנתי. למה יש לך מסכות על הפנים?
כן, אתה מצלם אותי ולא בא לי שתצלם. חייב שתצלם אותי?
מה?
חייב שתצלם אותי?
ישראל,
דמגוגיה שאתה עושה פה, או הקרקע שאתה...
אני חושב שאני לא מעם שלך?
לא, אתה לא מעם שלי,
וואלה.
אתה לא מעם שלי, חד משמעי, אתה לא מעם שלי.
כן? זה מה שאתה אומר?
חד משמעי.
כחייל בצבא ההגנה לישראל, זה מה שאתה אומר עליי?
חד משמעי.
כן?
אתה לא מעם שלי, נקודה.
He has a skull. He has a skull on his uniform.
These guys are from which unit?
It's a unit that they're called Agmar. Agmar, it's settlers units. It means that I'm a settler here, and then I put uniform, and now I'm a soldier over here.
We moved far from Zanuta to interview Nadav, but the settlers sent someone to follow us.
They are also...
Yeah. Also army.
It's army.
מי אתה? אהלן, איזה אישורים צריך? איזה אישורים צריך? אז אני שואל אותך, איזה אישורים צריך?
אתה עדיין לא מכבד אותי, זה לא משנה. אתה עדיין לא מוכן לעשות את זה ששומר עליך.
אבל מאז השביעי באוקטובר, מה שאתה עושה פה, בקהילות הפלסטיניות?
אני לא עושה שום דבר כזה.
וואלה.
אני ממש לא עושה.
יודעים שמוכרים לך
אני ממש לא עושה. אני שעושה בשבילך כמה שאני יכול כדי לשמור על הביטחון שלך. כמה שאני יכול. אבל עדיין, ובכל זאת, אתה לא מבין שאנחנו אותו דבר. מה שאני אבא.
אנחנו שנינו ישראלים.
אוהב הלב שאתה...
אבל אני ואתה...
עושים לנו כולכם את התעמולה הרעה הזאת.
The next morning, a Zionist pro-settler organization posted the video on social media, labeling Nadav a traitor. Our journey across the occupied West Bank is coming to an end. But there's still something important to cover. We were invited to a closed-door conference. We left Jerusalem, heading to Yavin, just a step away from Gaza. The main settler organizations are holding a conference near the border to select the first Jewish families to settle in Gaza. We are the only media invited to cover it.
ברגע שאני שומע את אותם הפצצות בעזה, אני מרגיש שהעם שלי חזק. משמידים את הרע בעולם.
As we hear Israeli bombs falling on Gaza, they already discuss how much land each family will take, and the destiny of the people of Gaza, the exile.
מותר לגרש אותו ומותר להשתלט עליו. זה שלנו. זה שלנו והשם רוצה אותנו מתיישבים שם. זה מקום נפלא לגדל את הילדים, דרך אגב בסוף ההתחלה לא יהיה צפוף שם, כל אחד יהיה לו דונם, יהיה מאוד מרווח, לפחות דונם.
לא! משנה מה אנחנו, אבל זה לא מספיק. לא אחד ולא שתיים ולא שלוש. כל אחד ניקו. מי זה טוב? זה אומר שנותנים לו לישון בשקט. אתה לא תישון בשקט. אנשים זה טועים, אוקיי, אבל... אני לא אתן לך לתכנן את עזה. עזה היא שלנו.
That same night, while Gaza is relentlessly being erased, they took a boat with the first families, ready to occupy the land of those who are being killed and starved to death.
המטרה של גרעיני ההתיישבות להתקרב ככל האפשר לעזה, לראות את עזה כולה ולהבין שמעתה והלאה עזה תהיה כולה יהודית.
בעזרת השם, עם ישראל ינצח ונזכה לבנות ולראות בשוב השם לציון ובשוב עם ישראל לחבל עזה.
Ma van die Zeit nicht gesehen. Der Besucher Flachad. Das ist die Flagge mit Schier. Was du bekennst. בכל העניינים. מה שישראל לאחרונה זאת ניתצו כמה עניינים. מה שרואה עוד, וגם משהו שעדיין משאיר ליבו. אז הייתה משהו למה הגיעתו. רואה עוד, וגם משהו שעדיין משאיר ליבו. אז הייתה משהו למה הגיעתו.